Hello guys, welcome back. Are you ready to learn some more Korean?
Yes.
She's ready. Let's get started. In today's lesson, we're going to talk about at or in, okay? At or in. At or at a place or in a place, okay? So, how do we do this, And so, if you look right here, we have
집.
Jeep. Jeep. And Jeep means home,
Yeah.
right? So we have home here, and then we have this in red right here,
에서.
eso, right?
에서.
So to pronounce this, you need to say 집에서, 집에서, and now so 집 is home, and then when you want to say you do something at home, you need to attach eso to Jeep, all right? So you have the place, and then you add eso, okay? So Jeep is the place, and then you need to add eso, okay? So 집에서, okay? Then here we have this nice long sentence, right? We have this long question. It's getting a little bit more difficult, but you can do it, okay? So Donna, can you please read the sentence for me?
오케이. 어디에서 한국어를 공부해요?
Yes. 어디에서 is the question, the where, okay?
Yeah. 어디 is where.
Yeah, 어디 is where, and then
Where
s,
is
yeah, where is what, or
what?
yeah,
에서 is what?
yeah.
Well,
Or no.
에서 is at. Sorry.
Yeah, eso is at, right? So it kind of means like where at, right? And then the next part is the object. So kind of like 한국어 means Korean, and 공부해요 means to study. So study Korean. So this question is asking, where do you study Korean at? Okay, so where at Korean study. And then if you want to answer this question, this is how you do it. So can you please read this for me, Donna?
테라가 집에서 한국어를 공부해요.
Yes. So the first part is teraga, that's me. And then I'm the subject. So
Yeah,
the
so-
subject is first, right? Then next we have the place. Okay, the place. So, in English, usually the place comes at the end, like I study at home, I drink coffee at the cafe, I work at the library. But in Korean, we need to say the place first, okay?
Yeah.
And then when you're saying the place, you need to attach eso, okay? Eso. And then, if you looked at our previous video, remember we did a video on jibe? Like just right? The location marker. But this one is eso. So what is the difference between jibe and jibeso?
집에 is
Just a location.
yeah, just location. But 집에서 means like you do something at the place.
Exactly, yes. So usually you say jibeso when you have a action word or a verb. In this case, we have 공부해요, means study. So when you have a verb, you need and you do it at a place, you have to use eso, jibeso, okay? So we have the subject and then the place and then the object and then the verb. Of course, the verb comes at the end, right? So 테라가 집에서 한국어로 공부 한 한국어로 공부해요.
네.
Yeah. So this is the order of how you need to say it. Can you say it one more time?
테라가 집에서 한국어를 공부해요. It's whole opposite, like
Yeah,
verb, object. What's that opposite?
Opposite, yeah, yeah. It's the opposite, yeah, yeah. So we need to switch the verb and then the place, right? So right here, it says Tara home Korean study, right? But in English we say Tara studies Korean at home. So we just gotta switch the verb and the place, okay? And then I know it's confusing, but you'll get it. You'll get it. After a lot of practice, you're gonna know it right away. It's like 테라가 location 집에서 공부해요. So now let's look at our first example. So when we're asking the question, we always like where you do something at. You need to start with ODSO, okay? ODSO. Here we have 운동하다, which means to exercise. And then in our previous videos, we talked about how to conjugate these verbs. So look back at those videos if you want to know how. And then how do we conjugate this? How do we say where do you exercise?
어디에서 운동해요?
Yes,
Yeah.
어디에서 운동해요, right? 운동해요. Not cannot you cannot say 운동하다. Okay.
어디에서 운동하다? We don't say when you speak to other people.
Yeah, this is this. I guess you say this is the writing way, and then this is the speaking way, right? So 어디에서 운동해요, which means where do you exercise? And then Donna is gonna respond. 저는.
저는
And then what is 저는?
저는 is like I am,
I am.
but polite way.
Yeah. So this is the polite way. Now we're gonna teach the polite way, so you won't get in trouble when you're speaking to someone that you should be polite to. Okay. What is the non-polite way, or like with your friends?
It's like 나.
나,
나는
나는,
also I am, but it's just informal.
informal. Yeah, it's informal. So informal is 나는, but we're gonna practice 저는, which is the polite way. And then right here, the next thing we need to do is
Place.
put the place. Yes, right. And what place are we gonna say today?
공원.
공원. 공원 means
Park.
park. And then when you say 공원, we need to attach
에서.
에서. So 공원에서.
What? 공원에서. What
And-
I was doing is 운동해요.
Yes, she was exercising at the park. So of course you say 저는, the subject, then the place 공원에서, and then
운동해요.
the verb, right?
Oh, yeah.
In the verb. Okay. So let's look at the next question. I'm asking you 어디에서? That's the question. And then 공부하다, which means to study, right? And then how do you complete the sentence then?
Conjugate to speaking way, right? It's 어디에서 공부해요?
Yes, 어디에서 공부해요? Where do you study? So where do you study? Study, okay? And now, Donna's gonna reply.
저는
And then the next part, we need to say the
place.
place, and then
This is the place. 도서관.
yeah, 도서관.
도서관에서 공부해요.
Yes. So 저는 I am, and then 도서관 is the library part where, and then you need to attach. Remember, 에서, and then the verb 공부해요. I study at the library. Okay. Now let's look at our next example. Now I have a little bit longer sentence. It has an object this time. 어디에서, where at. Now right here I have 친구를 만나다, which means to meet a friend. Okay, so the question is
어디에서 친구를 만나요?
만나요. Yes. So where do you meet a friend? Where do you meet a friend? Okay. And then you notice that this is orange right here. That means this is the
Object.
object marker, right?
Object marker.
Yes. Okay. Usually the object comes before the verb. Just remember that. You know, we say meet a friend, right? But here it says friend meet. So just remember that.
I have a question. So then this 에서 is like a place marker?
It can be like a place marker, like location marker also. It is very similar to location marker. I don't know the proper term for it. Like I know like you know, I looked online in books. It says is the location marker, but with eso, they didn't really mention like it's a location marker, but it's essentially a location marker point two because that's you know, this is just signifying eso is signifying there's a action that's happening at this place.
Yeah.
So we can say it's a location marker. Okay, from now on, location marker.
Okay.
Okay. So 어디에서, we need to have the location marker with the where, then meet a friend. 친구를 만나요, right? And then Donna, where do you meet your friend?
So long.
Yeah.
저는
And then where are you gonna meet your friend?
and then we have to say the place, but it's 지하철역.
And 지하철역 is subway station. Now, this is super important. I think you should remember this word if you go to Korea because there are like a million subway stations. Like, there are so many. If you look at the map of a subway station in Seoul, my God, there's so many lines and so many stations. You're gonna meet at some station, okay? That's how people meet around here, okay? So, and then of course, when we say the place, we need to add
지하철역에서
so, and then
친구를 만나요.
yes, the object and the verb. So one more time.
저는 지하철역에서 친구를 만나요.
Yes, easy, right? It's easy.
Easy for me.
Yeah, so it's all easy. It's just the subject, the place with the location marker, the object, and then the verb. Easy peasy, right?
It's peasy lemon squeezy.
Easy. All right, now let's look at the next question. ODSO, of course, that means where at. And then here we have to drink coffee. To say to drink coffee, you need to say,
Coffee first. 커피를 마시다.
yeah, copy?
커피.
Copy. It sounds like you're copying
커피.
copy. Copy. Am I saying that right? Copy?
Yeah. But you have to
Copy?
you have to make sure the pronounce cuz copy and copy
Copy? Why? Copy and copy?
has different meaning. Copy.
What? They have different meanings?
Yeah.
Oh, what-
Copy is coffee. But
Copy?
copy is
Copy?
the blood from your nose. Copy.
Can I get some blood, please, from your nose?
Yeah.
Copy,
so,
copy,
yeah,
copy, 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 copy,
Copy.
copy, coffee, copy. So actually, I don't think there's an F sound. Like, right, we talked about this. There's like not really an F sound, so it's replaced with a P sound. Copy, copy. So not
yeah.
coffee, copy, copy를 마시다. And then to say this in Korean, you need to say,
어디에서 커피를 마셔요?
yeah, 마셔요.
So it's conjugate little different form, right?
Yeah. This when it has the e, it turns into a yo. Yeah. So 마셔요, right? And then, where do you drink coffee? What is this?
카페.
Cafe? How do you say cafe? And
카페.
wow, is that difficult? Hopefully this is gonna be easy. So of course. 저는 is the subject, I am, and then we need to put the place first, right? And then how do we say that?
저는 카페에서
Then,
커피를 마셔요.
yes. So, I, at the coffee shop, coffee drink. So, I drink coffee at the coffee shop.
Oh, so if we translate to English,
It
in
kinda-
this order,
Yeah.
I
I,
at cafe,
at the cafe, coffee.
coffee,
Drink.
like
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Oh.
But, that's everything, all of the words are all mixed up. So, just remember, you got to do the place, the object, and then the verb. So, at the coffee shop, coffees, drink, whatever. So, just try to remember the order. All right, then I think we got to do a recap now. All right, so when you're asking the question, just remember what? What are we going to remember?
If you guys have a question, write down a comment.
Oh yeah. If you do have a question, write in the comments. We'll
Yeah.
answer. Yeah, and then this is probably a good chance that you're watching it early, where there's no comments. So I have all the time in the world to read all the comments. So write your comments now. ODSO. Remember, ODSO means where at. So just remember this is the question. Then the object, and then the verb at the end of the sentence. So 친구 만나요. Where do you meet your friend? Where do you meet your friend, right? And then here to answer the question, how do you do this?
저는 학교에서 친구를 만나요.
Yeah, so first you need to have the subject
Subject, location, object,
and then the
verb.
verb. Easy, right? Easy. Easy?
Easy for me.
It's easy for her, but sometimes even when I'm like speaking Korean, I still kind of think about the order a little bit. But I think with a lot of practice, like like if you really try, I think it's gonna come naturally. So I know this might seem like a daunting task. Like Tara, you're asking me to remember the subject and then the place and the object and the verb, which is like the opposite of how we do it in English. But practice. That's what I do. Okay. All right. So now we done the recap. It's time for
Question.
our questions,
test.
our tests. Now the tests is done a little bit differently now. I want you to translate the English sentence into Korean. Okay. Now I gave you a little help. There's 3 parts to the sentence, right? Blank, blank, and blank. So I think you know what to do from here. I give you 5 seconds. Pause the video if you need more time. Then we're gonna answer the question together. Okay. Okay, Donna. So we have to translate this. Where do you read a book? So what is first?
Where should be first?
Yeah, we need to say the question word first, right? Which is
어디에서?
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 Yeah. So what's next?
It's a object.
Yes, and the object today is
book.
book. So 체크,
책을
책을,
and then verb.
then the verb.
읽어요.
읽어요. So
어디에서 책을 읽어요?
where do you read a book? And this is question number 2, where you respond to the question. So here, I read a book in the library. So first, you need to say the subject, which is
저는
저는, and then we need the
the location.
location, the place, and library. How do-
Library was what's in Korean. Library.
She's giving me a test right now. Why is she testing me right now? We're testing the people here, not me. 도서관. And then
도서관에서
에서. And then
object.
object, which is
책을
책을
읽어요.
읽어요, right? 읽어요. So
저는 도서관에서 책을 읽어요.
yes. Next question. Donna, where do you drink coffee?
여기.
It's true. We drink coffee at home, but
집에서
we gotta practice. How do we say this question?
커피숍.
Coffee shop?
Cafe.
Cafe? Oh, do you say coffee shop or cafe more often? Which one's more common?
I think cafe is more common.
Yeah. I remember I looked it up. I remember like I practiced coffee shop. Then I realized no one says coffee shop.
Oh.
Everyone just says cafe. And I was like, oh, okay. Why did I study coffee shop?
But some people use that.
Yeah,
커피
some people do.
샵
But it's so much harder and the word is longer. And then I was like, but cafe is just so universal. Everyone says it.
Right.
Everyone knows this word. Everyone in the world. So of course, long tangent. Question is where? So we need to say 어디에서,
어디에서
and then the object, which is
커피를
커피를
마셔요.
마셔요, to drink, right? The verb is at the end of the sentence. Then question number 4.
이 사람은 커피를 거기서 마시네.
Yeah. Okay, I drink coffee at the park. So first we need to say the subject, which is I, and that is
저는
and then a place, right? And it's park. How do we say park in Korean?
공원에서
Yes, 공원 is the park. Then you attach
에서.
에서. So 공원에서. Then the object, which is
커피를
커피를
마셔요.
마셔요, right? I drink coffee at the park. So I at the park, coffee, drink. You know. Next question: where do you meet your friend? And of course, every question starts with 어디에서,
어디에서
then
object
object.
친구를
친구를
만나요.
만나요. Yes, the verb is at the end. Then
So okay, can I give a hint,
Hmm.
like order.
Yeah, yeah.
I school friend meet.
I school friend meet. Can you say this? I school friend meet. So I is
저는
저는 and then school or at school.
at school 학교에서 I at school my friend meet.
친구를
친구를 만나요.
만나요. Yes.
I at school my friend meet.
Yeah. So I meet my friend at school. 저는 학교에서 친구를 만나요. Right? Who is screaming outside?
This is one of Korean culture.
Is he selling something or is that the protest?
No, it's not protest. I think he's selling or buying.
Selling? He buying something?
Yeah, some.
They go around the neighborhood screaming, "I'm buying a chair. Who
Yeah,
has a chair?"
Yes,
Are you
I'm
serious?
buying all the electric stuff. You know,
Oh, okay.
I'm buying something you don't use anymore.
Hmm.
They say that.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I do have a lot of junk in my room that I don't use.
Oh.
I would love for someone to come by and say like, "Hey, I'm buying stuff." Oh man. But usually I see it like these guys in the trucks, the blue trucks selling like vegetables or
Right.
something, and all these nice knickknacks, you know.
And it's cheap.
Yeah, and it's so convenient. It's right outside our window when we're recording something. Let's go to our next question. Okay, so where do you eat breakfast? Now, here's our clue. Where breakfast eat. Right? That's our clue, right? Where breakfast eat. So, how do you say where?
어디에서
어디에서
아침을
아침을
먹어요?
먹어요. Now, right here, 아침 kind of means like morning, right? But also in Korean, if you say you eat morning, 아침, it kind of means eat breakfast, right?
Where do you eat morning?
Hey, morning's delicious, okay? You just try the morning next time. It's delicious. Okay, so 아침을 먹어요. And where do you eat breakfast, okay? Then our last question for today.
Another person?
Another person is joining the conversation. So, Donna,
Clue?
well, I was gonna ask you, where do you eat morning?
I don't eat morning.
What? But breakfast and morning is the same. No, okay. Terrible joke. Terrible joke. So, what's the clue?
Okay, clue. I at home breakfast eat.
Okay, so how do we say I?
저는
저는
집에서
집에서.
아침을 먹어요.
Yeah, so subject 저는, then the place, right? The place is first. 집에서. 아침을 is the object, and then the verb is at the end. 먹어요. Yes, 먹어요. And then guys, that is the last question, so that means you did it. All right. So, guys, that test was a little bit more difficult, right? But hopefully you're able to do it. I don't know. If you don't get it, watch the video one more time and give us some more watch time, okay? All right. So now you learn how to ask, where do you do something, right? So hopefully you can come to Korea with your friend and ask them questions. And that's our main goal. You're able to come to Korea, have small conversations, right? It's always appreciated when Korean people, when they see you trying really hard to speak. I think they really appreciate, like, oh wow, he's trying so
Yeah.
hard,
Yeah.
And you look cuter that way,
Yeah, and then if we see some foreigners trying to use Korean, I think we think most of Korean people say, "Oh, it's so cute,"
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you're gonna be the cutest thing when you come to Korea, okay? And guys, as always, subscribe, like, leave a comment, okay? My name is Tara.
My name is Dana.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.